this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today with an unboxing that I'm rather excited about. If you have checked the thumbnail of this video and got a sense of deja vu, you're not going mad. You have seen this kit or a version of this kit on my channel before. So today I'm going to be unboxing the Apprentice, which is art from Cat Fedora, one of my favourite artists, and it's from Jaded Gemshop. And yes, I did buy this kit before from Jaded Gemshop. These are the only two kits I've ever purchased from Jaded Gemshop, in fact, because it is rather pricey for me because of shipping. But what happened was, I bought the Apprentice last year, and I unboxed it on the channel, as you saw, and I've still got that in my stash, and I absolutely adore the artwork. When I unboxed that, I'm pretty sure I remember in the video saying, oh, it looks rather confetti filled. And Jaded Gemshop does have a bit of a reputation for having a lot of confetti in the kits, you know, lots of colour changing and bittiness, and then it comes together and looks amazing. But it's going to be a slower project, so I was a little bit daunted, as I recall. Well, Jaded Gemshop has recently launched a new range, which she calls her pixel charted kits. I think that's what she calls them anyway. I'll check and put on the screen if I'm wrong. And what they are is hand charted kits. So her original kits are what she calls now a hybrid rendering, I believe. So it's basically computer generated, but then touched up by hand. So some of the confetti and noise is smoothed out, but it is still essentially a computer generated rendering, and that brings with it a lot of confetti typically. Hand rendering is something that some companies do, and it really smooths out a lot of that confetti and gives you a really clear image, and that is something that I really enjoy, and it's something that I think Cat Fedora's work really suits. So basically, I had that kit sat in my stash, and I've been thinking, oh, I'd like to work on it, but I'm a bit daunted, and I've got a big confetti piece on the go at the moment, so not right now, etc, etc. And then she brought out the Apprentice in the pixel charted range, and I thought, oh, well, I can't buy it because I've already got it. But then I thought, but I'm not getting round to working on it because I'm put off by all the confetti, and I'm not sure that I feel it's going to be the best representation of this style of artwork. Because, you know, I'm not here to say that hand rendering or computer rendering is better, or that there's anything wrong with confetti if you love confetti. I like a good mixture of confetti and colour blocking personally, but this is about the artwork. It's a really crisp, clear, fairly blocky style of artwork, and I think it's going to be really well suited to hand rendering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at this. But the reason I'm particularly excited about this is because I am thinking that rather than trying to destash the original, what I might try and do is do a comparison project. So you're going to have to let me know if you're interested in that. If you watch Diamonds and Washi, the YouTube channel, she's got a wonderful channel. I watch her videos frequently. She's kind of known in the community for doing these comparison projects, and I love those videos. I always watch her comparison projects. And she actually did one with Jaded Gemshop, actually with a kit that she had in the old style and the new style. But this, I think, is particularly well suited to it because these are the same size. I think the ones she did, they were slightly different, so it should be a really true comparison. So let me know in the comments if you would like me to do a comparison project of this. I'm undecided in some ways. I don't think I'll do it for a while regardless, but I think I would like the challenge of doing that. But yeah, if you guys think that would be interesting to watch, then that will definitely spur me on. Okay, I'm going to stop rabbiting on now and have a look at this. So it came in like a clear plastic cover, and then that had all my address on, so I've taken that off, and then it's got this extra cover. So I'm going to take a look at this one. The box is a bit beaten up, isn't it? And then I will get out the original one that I have and just show you a little bit of a comparison of the canvases. So they're both square kits. They're both 60 by 60 centimetres. I'm not sure about number of colours. I'll have to check that. Oh my goodness, I can see straight away at first glance. This is so much better for me, for the artwork. Okay, so let me see what I've got. Oh, random things launching out of the canvas at me. So I've got a little roll of washi tape and a cute little strawberry cover minder there. I don't think I have a toolkit. I'm pretty sure she's one of the ones where you get the option to include it or not. And generally if I'm given the option, I don't, because I've got lots and I tend to use my own custom pens and I use my own putty and all of that kind of thing anyway. So let's take a look. Right, I'm going to roll it back on itself. Oh, actually, let's look at this stuff first. Okay, so she includes a few sheets of release paper, which is a really nice touch. This really has got crumpled. And I have a sticker sheet. Oh no! That just came off on my finger. Right, let me see if I can stick that back down. Yeah, I might have slightly gone over the one below, but at least it'll still be usable one way or another. Okay, so the pixel charted version has 70 colours, and you can see what I mean about the artwork. It is a really clear artwork style, like everything in it is very clearly defined, and there's blending of colours, but like the overall impression I get is of splotches of colour. So yeah, this is why I thought it would be, for me, an upgrade to have it pixel charted. And I just didn't want to work on the other one by itself and then be disappointed, because I thought I'm probably never going to do the pixel charted version if I do the other one first. So yeah, I have got 70 colours. Now, gee, is that what she uses for ABs? Now, did I do an AB upgrade? I should check that. Okay, so I just looked in my order receipt and apparently I went for glimmer drills as an optional upgrade. So G stands for glimmer drills. I assume they're going to be like glitter drills. And I also saw that part of the reason that I went for this was she was running a 25% off sale, so that was great. And also, Jaded Gemshop is one of those shops where you place the order and then she places the order with her supplier, so there can be quite a long wait time. But I actually only ordered this on the 13th of August, and I received this, I think it was the last week in August. So it's actually come to me really quickly. And I also saw that on my original order, I've got AB drills, so there is a slight difference there. But yeah, let me crack on. So symbols all look pretty nice and clear. Okay, let's take a look. Oops, sorry about the clattering noise there. Now, this looks so clear compared to the first one. I sound like I'm complaining about the first one, and I'm really not, because there's nothing wrong with that style of rendering if that's what you enjoy. And sometimes that's what I really enjoy. I have projects that are like that and I really do like them. But like I keep saying, I think it's an artwork thing. I don't think there's necessarily other artwork that I would have been tempted to rebuy this for. But I just think this is going to be a lot better for Cat Fedora. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of the old peel back and recover, because this box has been through the wars and the canvas too. Okay, that's lying a little bit flatter now. So there you go. Isn't it lush? Oh, I really like this. So she uses a lot of symbols still that when you're looking at the canvas distort the image a little bit, like that heart, which I bet is going to be, yeah, that's 310. So you see it and it kind of puts bits of white through the image with the symbol, but actually that's going to be black. So it's not a style of rendering where you get a super clear image of the actual artwork through looking at the canvas, but I remember looking at the first one and it being quite hard to make out the picture at all, and this is just very, very neat and tidy in comparison. And I'm looking and I'm seeing blocking, not tons of it. It's still not a kit that's going to be, you know, super quick to work through with a big fat multi-placer or anything like that. There is going to be a fair amount of chopping and changing, but it looks so much more defined. You know, the books and things, I can see them distinct from each other. the box of tissues, the cat is really, really clear. So yeah. Oh, I'm so happy I did this actually. Whether I go ahead with the comparison project or not, I think I've made the right call, because knowing that this was out there, I just don't think the original one by itself was going to satisfy me. But this one I am excited for, and I'm excited to possibly do them both, but not just the other one. Does that make sense? So I'm not going to get out all the drills, but I'll just show you a few through the pack. There's some gorgeous colours in there. Really nice bright colours in Cat Fedora's work, which I always enjoy. And the drills look great. I believe that Jaded Gemshop might use Evermoment as her supplier, because this border and just the style of doing things, I think that might be how she's doing it. I could be completely wrong on that. So, you know, don't hold me to that. That's just an assumption I'm making. But they are known for having really good square drills. And I did work on an Evermoment kit in the past, which I actually didn't finish because that was a confetti nightmare and I'd got it too small for the artwork and all this kind of stuff. But the quality of the drills and how they fit together and everything like that was brilliant with it. So, where are those glimmer drills? Ah, that's convenient. Here's some of them, and yeah, these are what I tend to know as fairy dust drills, because I think the only place that I have got them from before is Diamond Art Club, and that's what they call them. So they are really pretty. They're actually one of my favourite kinds of special drills. Sorry about all the glare, by the way. It's a really dark day, so I've got my lights turned up bright. Otherwise you won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I appreciate that that can cause an annoying amount of glare. Okay, I think it's time to get the original one out and compare. Okay, here comes the original one I bought. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you them side by side, because I don't have the space, but what I will try and do is show you sections of them. So, right. I'll zoom in a second to show you, but I can see the difference straight away. So the original one that I bought only has 52 colours. So interestingly, despite the fact it's got a lot more confetti, it's actually got far fewer colours than this one, which has got 70. So again, that's going to add to the kind of the distinctness, I think, of the rendering of this one. So let me zoom you in a little bit. So let me do that so you can see the exact same bit. Bear with me. Okay. So, do you see what I mean? Just with this bit of curtain here. And this is the kind of thing I was looking at and thinking, well, curtains are something which, you know, you're going to have a bit of colour changing through it to reflect the folds of the fabric and that kind of thing. But it's also not something you'd think of as being a confetti nightmare. And this one, it looks to me quite different. You can't really see what it is through the rendering on here. Part of that is, again, the use of symbols that have white writing or white symbols quite large on the background colour, so you see a lot of white rather than the actual colours that you're going to be working with, because the colours overall are going to be similar, aren't they? That's not the thing that's going to be changed. But I just see so much more changing of drill colour through this one. Let's see if I can show you a different section. Wow, look at it. Let me zoom you out again. But like, look at that cat versus that cat. Wow, that's really, really different. I do think this one's actually still going to be fun to do though, looking at it. It feels like a bit of a challenge because it is so different to what the artwork's going to look like. You really can't get a very clear idea of the artwork just from looking at this. So it is making me tempted to do them both. They'd be very different kinds of projects. Okay, let me do the comparison thing for the other side as well, which I think has got some books, so that would be quite good. Right, let me line you up again. Okay, there you go. There's another section of comparison. So Looking at things like books, which in the original artwork and in the pixel charted one are very distinct, again, you can just see there are not the same clearly defined outlines on this one. Where this one has got things outlined with likely a single black line of drills, this has got 2 or 3 different dark colours making that up, because that's what computer charting tends to do. It picks out the more minute differences of shade that it doesn't need to. Because when you're looking at the artwork, your brain corrects those very slight differences to just black in the case of the outlining. But the computer it's a little bit too literal. So you actually have to go further away from the literal rendering to get a more accurate rendering. Because in this case, I do think I can say quite firmly that this is a more accurate rendering of this style of artwork. For a different piece of artwork, that might not be the case, but that is what I would say for this one. I also want to see if I can fit to show you these up here, which, what actually are they even? Yeah, I thought they were. They're like little toadstools hanging from a washing line. So again, you can kind of see that on this one, whereas on this one, you have no idea what they are really just looking at it. So yeah. Well, I know if I was buying again from Fresh, which one I would go for. Because as I keep repeating, I think this one honours this style of artwork better. But I do think this one would be a fun challenge as well. I'm pretty tempted. I've never attempted something like a comparison project before because A, I haven't had a situation where I've had 2 versions of the same kit, and B, I'm not the fastest diamond painter in the world. It would take me a while to do one kit of this size, so doing both, it's gonna take a while. If I do this, it's gonna be a long-term project for me. But I think it would be really cool to see how it turned out. So please let me know in the comments if you think that is something that would be interesting to see, if you'd like to see this. I think what I would do is, I think I would like to do it in sections, because that's what I do anyway. I work in rows. So when I take a kit, I have it on my easel. I use release papers to make up a row, and I do a row. So I would probably just do that on both kits. I'd do a row of this one first, I think, because I think this is going to be the harder going one. So I don't necessarily want to do that one second when I've already done similar things once, if that makes sense. So I think I would do a row of this and then a row of this, and then every time I've done 1 or 2 rows, I might put up an update video for you. And then, like, bear with me, because, you know, if I do this, it's going to take a really long time. But eventually I would get to the point where I could do a really, really like for like comparison. Both the same size, both square drills, both in the same shop, obviously exactly the same artwork. So yeah, I think that could be fun. So let me know what you think, if that's worth my while to do a comparison project, and also which one do you think you would prefer? Which one would you buy, or have you bought in fact? I'm intrigued to find out who thinks along similar lines to me with these kind of things. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for now. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm excited to see the comments on this one and see what people think. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel and you've liked what I've done here, and if you'd like to follow along and see if I ever do get around to a comparison project, then please consider subscribing to the channel. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.